Natasha has decided to drag Akpabio to UN. She said, okay, since you are beating me in Nigeria because you have all the power in Nigeria, so let us go international then. So recently at the UN meeting, because they were celebrating women in power for the Women's Day, Natasha decided to bring her own issue about the assault harassment to the UN, and I was pleading and almost crying herself. She almost cried. Uh, she was so down while explaining that she was wrongly suspended and calling out Akpabio and the rest. Let us watch this video, guys. Just watch it, guys.
I come with a heavy heart from Nigeria. But first, I'd like to apologize to Honorable Katila Obara. I am not here to bring shame to our country. I'm here to seek help for the women of Nigeria. Again, my name is Senator Natasha. 5 days ago, on the 6th of March 2025, I was suspended. As a senator, I was suspended illegally because I submitted a petition of sexual harassment against the President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Akpabio. I thought that by submitting the petition, he would recuse himself, and both of us will submit ourselves to the Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition for a fair and transparent investigation. But unfortunately, I was silenced and I was suspended. I was suspended for 6 months, amongst many other stringent conditions, such as taking away my security, taking away all the officials, vehicles, and other items that were handed over to me as a senator. My salaries will be cut off. I must not appear anywhere near the National Assembly. And for 6 months, I'm not to introduce myself or present myself as a senator locally in Nigeria or internationally. That means I'm here illegally, but I have no other place to go but to come here and speak to you women, because this is a bigger picture. This is a bigger picture. It depicts the crisis of women political representation. My suspension is not just about me. It's about the systemic exclusion of women from political leadership in Nigeria. Women make up 3.6% of political offices. And in the Senate, it's just 2.8. We have 109 men, and only 4 of us are women. So right now, it's 108 with only 3 women. This is a clear case of political victimization, punishment for speaking out against impunity, corruption, and gender-based violence. The United Nations Declaration 48-104 declares sexual harassment as a form of gender violence. The Senate's actions are an assault on democracy. I was elected by my constituents to represent them, yet a few powerful men have unilaterally decided to silence their voices by suspending me for 6 months. My call for an open and transparent investigation into harassment allegations have been met with hostility instead of accountability.
Okay, guys, that is Senator Natasha. Let us be honest, guys. They did that wrong. Although the Senate will claim that they never suspended Natasha because of the sexual harassment case. They suspended Natasha for going against the ethnic rules of the Senate. But you cannot suspend her, and also because by suspending her, you're automatically shutting her down not to move forward with that sexual harassment case. So most certainly, all of you know exactly what you guys did. You know exactly what you guys did. And the person who rang the bell, you see the person that they accused. So if you guys were fair, you guys, and you know, people know Natasha is lying. The process that you guys went wasn't fair to her. She was elected. She wasn't selected. She was elected, she wasn't selected. So it wasn't fair. You think you guys can just, no, they have to change some Senate rules, guys. Honestly, they have to change some Senate rules. You guys cannot just shut a certain group of people's voice that have their own human rights and right as Nigerians to be represented up, all because of one person. No, they have to change some certain rules. Honestly, I do not know if Natasha is lying or not, but I'm just saying the process that the Senate went to quickly, sharp, suspended this woman, that wasn't right. It was fraud. And they know it. It was fraud. So let us see what the UN will do if they are going to go forward. Like this guy said, this woman is a manipulative and very dangerous. Her suspension was based on her unruly behavior and something that can be receded with a simple letter of apology. It's just painful that Senate failed to reach her ambush tactics. A simple punishment of asking her to apologize on the floor would have sufficed. Now, she has left the main substance of her suspicion and ungone the one that invokes emotion and sentiment. It's politics now. You are saying she's manipulative and dangerous. All politicians are manipulative and dangerous. All politicians will go for what that will favor them. So if she's going for what that will favor her than politics, I don't blame her a little bit. These are how all politicians work. So you want her to go for the one that will favor her. This is her best way to fight. And she should use it because now politicians, that I saw them be. Eh? Okay, let's see if Akpabio will kind of like survive this one. But according to the response from this woman, let us hear what she has to say to Natasha.
The first session, which we had this morning, the matter that was raised by our colleague from Nigeria, Senator Natasha, and because all of us heard what she said, and it only serves us better if I put a word in what she has said. So I would like to say we have heard her concerns, and having heard her, it would have been an opportunity for all of us to understand more about what she has said. But because we listened only on her side, as an institution, as IPU, we will be taking the concerns that have been raised, not only taking her side, but also giving a chance to listen to the other side, as it is a custom for IPU. And after having listened to the other side, we will take steps as necessary. So I thought it was necessary for us to say a word about it and then be able to take it further. Excuse me?
Yes.
I'm still getting there. Thank you.
Okay.
So I thought I should let you members before we think because she said something different from what the contributions were. So we have taken care of, we have taken the concerns that she raised, and we will be working on them, of course, having listened to the other side, and we will be able to take steps after that. I also recognize the fact that our Nigerian delegate who is here had requested the floor, Honorable Kafilat, but because of time, she wasn't given a chance to speak. But like I said, we have heard the concerns that have been raised by Senator Natasha, but at the same time, we have taken cognizance of the fact that you would have wished to address us, but time wasn't enough to give you a chance to do that. And that said, IPU will be taking this matter as we usually do when such concerns are raised in meetings like this. So I thought members shouldn't go back home and feel like, yeah, Senator Natasha raised an... That
Okay, well, I think that's a good response. But is Akpabio willing to explain himself? Because they said, the person who wrote it said, we have heard you, but we will need to hear from the other side. Yes, now, normal thing now. She didn't say nothing wrong now. The president of UN did say nothing wrong. They said nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. That's the right thing to do, to hear from the other side. You cannot just hear from one place. But is Akpabio willing to respond? And meanwhile, guess what? Nigerian women are regularly campaigning on behalf of Akpabio. I'm telling you guys, regularly campaigning on behalf of Akpabio. Regularly campaigning on behalf of Akpabio. Like this one.
How many people look at them?
They are regularly campaigning on behalf of Akpabio. And many of them don't even know why they come there. Okay, guys, let's see what will happen. Women are supporting Akpabio in Nigeria. And Natasha is going outside abroad to speak, to ask for help. Okay, guys, let's see exactly what will happen. I don't honestly. Let's see how everything will plays out. Most definitely, they are going to work on it. The UN will definitely work on it and ask for Akpabio response. But let's see, guys.